Welcome into the Week 5 Fantasy Recap. We're going to get going right away, get right into it, starting with redraft. Scoob Delinquent 3-2 defeats Leftist Tiers 2-3, 167.63 to 133.99. Scoob Delinquent decides that this week will be the week they score the most points they ever have in league history. That 167.63 easily downs Leftist Tiers, despite them scoring the third highest in the league this week. This is Scoob's 8th all-time win over Leftist Tiers in 15 total games played, putting Scoob in the lead all-time. No pun intended, 3-2 defeats the Red Carpets 1-4, 131.6 to 121.76. No pun intended handles the Red Carpets well on their way to 3-2. Carson Wentz leads the team with 359 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick in their loss to the Titans. Kirk Cousins put up similar numbers for the Red Carpets. The deficiencies elsewhere led to the loss. They will look to bounce back next week against the 2-3 Washington Rednecks. Nico's League 3-2 defeats Gumpy Glizzy's 0-5, 133.39 to 115.82. Nico's League continues their sheer dominance over Gumpy Glizzy's, this time cruising to a win on the backs of Dalvin Cook and Gabe Davis. This is Nico's League 8th win all time in the series, meaning they have won 80% of all games against Gumpy Glizzy's. Washington Rednecks 2-3 defeats Bills Mafia 4-1, 156.76 to 112.87. The Washington Rednecks finally take down the last unbeaten team, Bills Mafia. It took a stellar performance, and the Rednecks got that with Pat Mahomes, Damian Pierce, and Breece Hall. In one of the most lopsided all-time series in the league, this is the Rednecks' 12th straight win in 13 matchups. Their only loss came in Bills Mafia's inaugural game, which was Week 1 of the 2018 season. Ben Stiller Virginity 4-1 defeats the Stoners 3-2, 126.73 to 112.82. Ben Stiller Virginity keeps it rolling and hands the Stoners their second straight loss. This one came down to Monday night, but a career performance from Travis Kelce secured the bag when he reached the end zone 4 times in the Chiefs' win over the Raiders. The Stoners will have a showdown with 4-1 Bills Mafia next week that has many playoff implications. Our Week 6 redraft power rankings, starting at the bottom, not moving Gumpy Glizzy's. At number 9, not moving, no pun intended. At number 8, not moving Ben Stealing Virginity. At number 7, not moving Leftist Tears. At number 6, not moving the Red Carpets. At number 5, not moving the Stoners. At number 4, not moving Washington Rednecks. At number 3, not moving Nico's League. At number 2, moving down 1 spot, Bills Mafia. And at number 1, moving up a spot, Scoob Delinquent. Our Week 6 game of the week is Leftist Tiers 2-3 versus Nico's League 3-2. This divisional matchup comes at a crucial time in the season, with both teams squarely in the middle of a stretch of games that could decide their fates. This game likely has the biggest playoff impact this week. And we move into Dynasty. Stratton Oakmont Inc. 3-2 defeats I Am They 1-4, 142.3 to 121.04. Stratton Oakmont Inc. cruises past I Am They following a solid performances up and down the board. Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins totaled for around 50 points, making it a difficult game for I Am They to handle, with Rodgers only putting up 16.88 points in London. I Am They will look to bounce back in a rivalry game against Prestige Worldwide next week. The Scoob Empire 2-3 defeats Gump Dynasty 1-4, 157.55 to 79 flat. The Scoob Empire rides Austin Eckler's coattails on the way to a victory over Gump Dynasty. After Tua Tagovailoa's injury, Teddy Bridgewater stepped in to fill the role, but ended up exactly where Tua did and recorded a goose egg before being declared out with a head injury. Austin Eckler picked up the slack, though, scoring almost 33 points to make up for it. Gump Dynasty has another lackluster performance and will need to turn it around soon to avoid the lake. Prestige Worldwide 2-3 defeats Cumber Dynasty 2-3, 156.25 to 129.61. In a high-scoring affair, Prestige Worldwide takes down Cumber Dynasty, dealing out their third loss of the season. Jeff Wilson, Cooper Kupp, Leonard Fournette, and Dalvin Cook are the main contributors, accounting for 93.1 points combined. James Robinson, Garrett Wilson, and Damien Harris all provide lackluster performances for Cumber Dynasty, the last of which having to leave the game early with a hamstring injury. Prestige Worldwide is looking forward, though, as they have their biggest game of the season so far, a rivalry matchup with I Am They. Sneezy Raccoon 74, 5-0, defeats Nico's Dream Team 4-1, 133.72 to 119.13. Sneezy Raccoon 74 reigns victorious in the Battle of the Unbeatens, downing Nico's Dream Team for the first time this season. Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb did most of the damage, totaling over 51 points between the two of them. Nico's Dream Team unfortunately leaves a massive performance from Taysom Hill on the table and fails to secure the win even though the so-called tight end scored 34.08 points. If Taysom Hill isn't really listed as a quarterback, though, Nico's Dream Team could benefit big time in the coming weeks. Our Week 6 Dynasty Power Rankings, starting at the bottom, not moving, Gump Dynasty. Actually, all of these are not moving, same thing as last week from Dynasty. So, number 7, I Am They. Number 6, The Scoop Empire. Number 5, Stratton Oakmont Inc. Number 4, Cumber Dynasty. Number 3, Prestige Worldwide. Number 2, Nico's Dream Team. And number 1, Sneezy Raccoon 74. Our Week 6 Game of the Week in Dynasty is Stratton Oakmont Inc. 3-2 versus Nico's Dream Team 4-1. With Derek Carr and Jared Goff on bye, Jimmy Garoppolo will likely get the call up to start for Nico's Dream Team against Stratton Oakmont this week. We'll have to see if the difference between Jimmy G and Kirk Cousins will be an important factor in this game. And a survival pool summary. All 3 players are still alive after Week 5. Devin and Reed ride with Tampa Bay, who easily take care of the Falcons on Sunday. Jet went with the Chiefs, who had a struggle against Las Vegas on Monday night, but pulled through to win by a single point and keep Jet alive. That will do it for the Week 5 recap. We will see you next week for Week 6.